The former Days Inn Motel on Merle Hay is turning into housing to give Iowans a chance to escape homelessness. Anawim Housing provides housing for homeless and low-income families, and it's about to open that space, the Monarch Apartments. Here to tell us more about the new housing and how you can help make it a success is Cynthia Latcham, the president of Anawim Housing. Thanks so much for being here.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us.
I feel like a lot of people are familiar with the name of your organization, but you cover a lot of areas of need in our communities.
We do. We do. I like to think of housing as a continuum, and so we intervene in actually a couple of different spaces. The first is bringing affordable housing to market and then managing that affordable housing. And affordable housing is just for anybody who just has a lower income.
Yep.
It doesn't necessarily mean that they can't do life, that they can't do all of the normal things that they would do, go to work, go to school. It just means that their income is a little bit lower and their housing needs to be affordable. Our second place that we intervene on the housing spectrum is serving people who are generally disenfranchised from normal housing, from any type of housing, and those are folks that would be literally homeless. And so we provide permanent supportive housing for those individuals.
When you say supportive, explain to our viewers what that means.
Yeah. So permanent supportive housing is actually an evidence-based practice where you pair low barrier housing, we make it very easy for people to move in, and then we do wraparound supportive services that support housing retention. And so housing retention, it could be a really broad conversation about, you know, maybe it is connecting with family, maybe it is volunteering, maybe it's employment, maybe it's addressing some of their behavioral health or trauma issues. So we really do those wraparound services that we're meeting the needs of what the individual tells us that they need help with.
And that's what the Monarch is.
Yes.
So
yes.
It's, you know, I've talked to so many people over the past 6 months or so working on different stories, and over again they say, housing first, yes, but that is just one piece of this broader issue.
Yes. So the housing first is a whole sort of evidence-based practice, just like PSH is, where we're lowering barriers to put people into housing. But the old model of housing used to be, you know what, you jump through a bunch of hoops. We want you to, you know, get a driver's license first. We want you to go to treatment first. We want you to make sure you're taking your medication as prescribed by your doctor. And we were seeing that people couldn't jump through all of those hoops to get into housing. So we've removed those barriers. We put people directly into housing and then support them. And what we find is that over time, once we've done that, people do really, really well in the housing.
It makes sense. I mean, we all need more than just a roof over our heads. We need community.
Exactly, exactly.
So talk a little bit about the progress of the Monarch. City and county leaders have been talking about it for a long time, and you're getting close to opening, but you need kind of a little bit of find a little bit of help from the community.
Right, absolutely. We are just at the finish line, and it has been it's been a long road. I mean, this has not been a sprint; it's been a marathon, and to be this close, it's just exciting. So we're looking for that last bit of help to get some of the rooms like completely furnished, and I'm talking about like making the beds, bringing in, you know, the sofa, bringing in the, you know, the dishes and the toaster and all of that, and helping to get it really ready for people to move in. And then we still have things on our Amazon wish list that we're waiting to get in as well through donations. So anytime you're a nonprofit and you're putting together a project of this scope, and we're wanting to make sure that we are creating a housing that is so comfortable and homey, and that people want to stay as long as they want to stay, because that's one of the cool things. There's no time limit to this housing. They can stay as long as they need.
And we need it badly. If we can, let's pop that graphic back up on the screen, because you have a QR code that makes it super simple for people to donate. So if we scan that, it'll take us directly to the Amazon wish list.
Exactly.
All right. And here also on your screen, you see a couple of different dates. Are these for volunteer opportunities?
Those are volunteer opportunities, yes.
Wonderful. Cynthia, thank you for being here.
Thank
We
you.
could talk about this topic for a long time, but we're very grateful for what you do.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Erin.
We'll be right back.